page 150 in chapter... What the fuck chapter are we on? Well, it's all about managing emotional flashbacks. From the Cptsd From Surviving to Thriving book by Pete Walker. The look, a common trigger of emotional flashbacks. Early on in working with this model, I was surprised that certain clients with relatively moderate childhood abuse were plagued by emotional flashbacks. Most of them, in fact, were quite sure that they had never even been hit. Many of them, however, would talk about how they hated it when their parents gave them the look. The look, in most cases, is a facial expression that typically accompanies contempt. Contempt is a powerful, punishing visage backed up by an emotional force field of intimidation and disgust. A raised voice can be added intermittently to the look to amp up its power. When a parent gives the look to a child, they're telling them that they are not only in serious jeopardy, but they are also a sorry excuse for a human being. Over time, the look can make the recipient feel terrified and repugnant, as it drives them into an emotional flashback of fear and shame. Tag? Tag?
When the look is used to control an older child, it commonly flashes her back to an earlier, pre-memory time, when the look was empowered by traumatizing punishment. The look rarely terrifies a child into obedience, unless it has previously been paired with hitting or other dire consequences. Years of working at parental stress services convinced me that most young children ignore the look, unless it was previously accompanied by traumatizing punishment. Typically, the look is empowered via a psychological process called conditioning. Here is a classic example of adverse conditioning. Technicians deliver an electric shock to an animal in a cage at the same time that they ring a bell. The animal, of course, has a fearful and distressed response to the shock. It does not, however, take many repetitions of pairing the sound with the shock before the sound alone elicits the same upset response in the animal. This is analogous, I believe, to how a child learns to be terrified of the look. With enough pairings of the look with physical punishment or extreme abandonment, the parent can eventually delete the smack and get the same results with just the look. With enough repetitions in early childhood, this pairing can last a lifetime, so that the parent can control the child forever with the look. In my hospice work, I have seen several dying 90-pound mothers still able to put the fear of God into their huge sons with the look. The look is then a powerful trigger for making adult survivors flash back to the fear and humiliation of their childhoods. Once again, many of my clients do not remember this because the punishment had only had to accompany the look for a few months while they were toddlers, before it became permanently wired as a trigger. Moreover, it is the rare person who has any memory before he is 3 or 4 years old. We have a lot of memories from, back to at least 2. In a lot of parts of us. Unfortunately, the look can continue to work even after the parent dies. There are at least two reasons for this. First, we internalize our parents in a way that they can subliminally appear in our imaginations and give the look whenever we are less than perfect. This includes imperfections in thought, feeling, or action. Sadly, I often see this subliminal look mimicked on the faces of my flashbacked clients as they scowl contemptuously at themselves. And second, when anyone else looks at us disapprovingly, we can generalize that they are as dangerous as our parents. This is what happened to me in the emotional flashback that I described in chapter 1. I think we've yet to read that. I think someone in here has read that, but I don't have memories of it. The worst thing about having been traumatized with the look in childhood is that we can erroneously transfer and project our memory of it onto other people when we are triggered. We are especially prone to doing this with authority figures or people that resemble our parents, even when they are not sporting the look. I want to read more, but I think for today, that's pretty fucking good.
Incredible.